Hello viewers, you are welcome to my Facebook page. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. Into this tutorial we are going to be looking at this question. So the question is still under exponential equation. So now we have this question to solve. So therefore I will advise us to rearrange this equation. Okay, so now let me say I send this all of this in the left hand side to the right hand side. So I'm going to have 5 to power 2x minus 26 into bracket 5x minus 1 equals to what? No, plus 1, then equals to what? Equals to 0. So now from here, so what is the next thing we are going to do? So this is plus 1, okay? So the next thing we are going to do is that, so this first term of this equation can actually be written as 5 to power x, then to power 2 minus 26 into bracket 5 to power x multiplied by 5 to power minus 1. So that is from the law of indices. So we have plus 1 equals what? Equals to 0. So now from here, so now what's the next thing to do? So we are going to represent, or let 5 to power x be what? Be p. So now if 5 to power x is equals to p, therefore from this equation, anywhere we see p, so we replace it what? We replace it with what? 5 to power x. So anywhere we see 5 to power x, we put p. That's what I'm saying. We have p squared minus 26 into bracket what? P, okay, multiplied by, you can see that 5 to power minus 1 is same thing as 1 over 5, then plus 1 equals to what? Equals to 0. So now from here, what's the next thing to do? So we can try to simplify this further. We are going to be having 26 into bracket p plus 1 is p, p times 1 rather. We have p, then over 5, then plus 1 equals what? Equals to 0. So now we are going to be having p squared minus 26p over what? Over 5, then plus 1 equals to 0. So now, so this equation here, we are going to what? We are going to multiply through by 5 so that it will be in a linear form. That is, in a linear form in the sense that it will be, we clear out the fraction. So clearing out the fraction, we are going to multiply through by what? By 5. We are going to have 5p squared minus 26p, 5 times 5, okay, plus 1 times 5, then equals to 0 times 5 is going to give us what? 0. So from here, you can see that this 5, we cancel this 5 here. So we are going to be having 5p squared minus 26p, then plus what? Plus 5 equals to 0. So now we have what? We have this quadratic equation in terms of what? In terms of p. So we are going to be looking for the value of p. So now, so I'm still going to use magic cross method. So now I try to split this 5p squared, which happened to be the first term of this equation, to be something like 5p, okay, then multiplied by 1p. So 5p multiplied by 1p is going to give me 5p squared. So, and I take the third, the last term also, which is 5. So that one can be 5, 1 and 5, that is 1 times 5, okay. So now when you look at this, we are now going to do cross multiplication. So 1p times this is going to give me p. Then for the down part, we have 5p times 5. We are going to have 25p. Now when you look at this result here, we can see that we have p, we have 25p. So what can we do? Which sign can we put here in these two so that we have what? We have the middle term. So the only thing we can do is, if you put minus a and I put minus a, you can see that minus p minus 25p is going to be minus 26 what? Minus 26p. And the same thing we have at the middle, okay. So therefore, since we have minus a and we have minus a, so we are going to put minus here and put minus a. So now we have what? We have this equation factorized in this form: 5p minus 1, then p minus what? Minus 5, because 1p is same thing as p, then equals to 0. So now from here, what's the next thing we are going to do? So what we are going to do now is that we can have 5p minus 1 to be equal to 0, or p minus 5 equals to what? Equals to 0. So now from here, we send this minus 1 to the other side. We are going to be having 5p to be equals to 1, or p to be equals to what? 5. So now don't forget that we can divide through by 5 here. So we have what? We have p to be 1 over 5, or 5. But don't forget that according to this equation given to us up here, so what we have here is what is variable x, so not variable p. So therefore we are going to go back to our variable, but we go back to where we said we should let what? We should let 5 to the power s be p. So now from there, so this is what are going to be. So we are going to recall that what? Recall that p is same thing as 5x. So therefore here we are going to take this when p equals to 5, when p equals to 1 over 5. So I'm going to have 5 to the power s equals to what? Equals to 1 over 5, and same thing as 5 to the power minus 1. So now from here, so therefore since we are having the same basis, so we can say that s is equals to minus 1 here. That's the first solution. And the second solution is when p equals to what? When p equals to 5. So we have 5s to be equals to 5, and 5 equals to 5 is same thing as 5 to the power 1. Automatically, since the bases are equal, we have our s to be equals to what? S equals to 1. So therefore we have these two solutions to the problem, that is x equals to 1 and s equals to minus 1, and that is the solution to the problem. If you find the class very interesting, so do not hesitate to follow our Facebook page so that you'll be notified anytime we upload a new content. Thank you for watching. Bye.